Hetepu, everyone. Peace and blessings. I am Shekhem-t Ausar-t Chief Priestess of Temple Amakhu. Welcome. So good to have you. Spend a few minutes with us as we talk about yoga. So, over the decades, I would say the past 4 decades, I have utilized yoga pretty much every day, minimum of 5 to 6 times a week. It is a practice for me. It is a way of life. I've used yoga in my counseling practice as a psychotherapist with people who are having massive challenges with things like anger management, depression, anxiety. I've utilized yoga as a means of helping them to learn how to relax and how to bring a greater life force and energy into their bodies, and which actually translates into a calmer mind. It has that capacity, that power to do that. So we have completed in our last 6 sessions rather, this whole concept of living a centered life. Yoga is a part of that. Yoga helps you to live a more centered life, a more balanced life, a life that is more on even keel, so that you're able to clearly chart a course for yourself on a daily basis, monthly basis, weekly basis, where you're able to chart a stronger, more formidable path in your life with your family. So our next series of classes will be on yoga. There are all types of yoga practices out there, many different names. It is general information that has been expressed over and over again that yoga comes from India. So I'm going to say something that might be a little different, because our way is always seeking to go back to the ancestral wisdom, to find the root, to find the origins, the beginning of where things started from. If you do your research, you will come to know and understand that many of the quote-unquote sacred mystery systems were actually developed, created, mastered in ancient Nubia and Kemet. And so again, when the Naga people left Kush, they journeyed to the Great North, and Mohenjo-daro and Harappa became the centers of learning for the world at that time. And so our ancestors took yoga, meditation, many of these ancient practices with them, and that was nurtured over time. Today, yoga is now all over the world. So if you look at the hieroglyphs, you actually see yoga poses that have been sitting on the walls, on the tombs, all over, the ancient world for thousands of years. The answer is there. It's not something that we have to gesture to or, how would you say, concoct. It's there. So yoga belongs to us as ancient Nubians and Kemetic people. We can own it. It's not something foreign to us. Yoga means union. The ha and the breath of tha, the sun, moon realities, they embodied, they exist within this body. When you are balanced, then your sun and moon breaths are balanced. And yoga, as a practice, actually prepares your physical body to become relaxed enough and to allow for the various channels in your body to flow with vital energy. Ki force, kundalini, whatever you want to call it. Same, different names, same thing. Okay? The yin and the yang, the balancing of those, energies within you. So today, the lowest caste in the, in India, I believe they are known as the Madras people. They call themselves the Dalit, which means the broken ones. They are the ones who have also kept and maintained these ancient practices of yoga and meditation. So we are forever thankful, because after the fall of the great civilizations of Nubia and ancient Kemet, the wisdom was then exported all over the world. It also means that when you do yoga, you begin to recalibrate your right and your left brains, okay? And that right and left brain also comes in balance with cosmic order, okay? Meaning the world, the heavens, is created with a certain balance, and that is reflected within us. When you look at the fetus of a child, right, in the womb, there are those who believe that this fetus, every fetus, actually takes on the formation of the solar system. There's a lot of information about that out there, so you can look that up yourself. Our focus in doing yoga is to help you to go back to that natal essence from which you were created. Just like you take the placenta of a child, in many cultures, they'll take the placenta, some of them will bury it, but then others also, they'll keep the placenta. A lot of people do that now in these quote unquote modern days. They put the placenta in the refrigerator so that down the road, if the child becomes ill or the adult becomes ill, they can actually go back to that placenta and retrieve cells from it, which they can then use to heal the body of the person. We're doing something similarly in the way that the trimesters of your body, when you were in the womb, was created according to a particular pattern. The yoga poses that we utilize in Amen Amakhu actually helps to rebuild the foundation. When you're a child, you have the greatest amount of vitality, the greatest amount of energy. Your brain between 1 and 3 develops at a very rapid pace. And so by doing yoga according to the way that the body has been developed, you're able to tap back into that natal essence. And through that, you begin to rejuvenate yourself. The rejuvenation of your cells, of course, is critical so that when we talk about getting old, you come to realize that what is happening to the body is that it actually is running out of steam or gas or energy or vitality. So yoga actually helps you to replenish that. Okay? So revitalization with our yoga poses starts from the ground up. And over time, we will do 3 levels. We have levels 1, 2, and 3. For the beginner would be level 1, of course. And then we actually will do a level 2 and a level 3. All your ailments that you have, they can be corrected with perseverance, persistence, and commitment to doing yoga. That, coupled with breathing, a clean diet, a healthy diet, and exercise will actually, and also with herbal, right? Nature's pharmacy, what we call herbalism, taking a lot of these various herbs, rather, not a lot of herbs. They could be really focused for you. If you have a health practitioner that you work with, a holistic health practitioner, they can actually find out what are the best herbs that actually work with your constitution, with your health. And so having a holistic, right, focus of healing, you can rejuvenate your body. So you could be 60 or 70 or 80 years old, but you could have the vitality of a person half your age. It's all very possible. The priest person who will be presenting this, right, will help you to find greater healing and to set you, and that greater healing will actually set you on the path of enlightenment. And by that I mean yoga as a foundation is used in many cultures to then prepare you for meditation. You open your channels, your capacity to breathe and to bring in greater air from that diaphragm because it's no longer tense. Actually, over time, will bring you to a deeper sense of awareness and will actually help you to understand that inner peace, to find that inner peace that you're so very much in the quest of. Okay? I will say to you, there are many ways to do yoga, but we believe that the strongest way, and we really love Hatha Yoga. We thank you, BF Iyengar, for the work that you have done, because he presented the truest, strongest, I believe, aspects of yoga as it was done in the ancient world. And we were able to look at that and also see what our ancestors did. His work validated the understanding and the notion that yoga came from the old, the ancient, ancestral world. I thank you for listening, and we hope that you will find a greater meaning in your life as you work with this path of rejuvenating your systems, rejuvenating the natal essence within you by the yoga practices that we will share with you. Thank you for listening. Be well. Hetepu, peace and blessings.